Terry Sherman looked like a normal teenager. Not too short, not too tall. His face was white as paper, with a bunch of freckles on it. His hair was short, curly, and its color was similar to the one you would get if you mix copper and mustard. A strange combination indeed, but the truth is that Terry looked like most people from northern England. In his childhood, he enjoyed playing football with his friends and long walks on the countryside with his mother. Sometimes his mother would take a couple sandwiches and tea, and they would make a picnic on the top of a small hill that had an amazing view of the town and sea. They would talk for hours, looking at the fisher boats pass by. 3 years ago, his mother fell sick. A horrible illness. Doctors couldn't even identify it. All treatments were fruitless. Her condition was getting worse by the day. Moreover, it seemed like it was God's design. At least, that was what Terry told himself. What else could you believe when something like this happens? When nature slowly takes the person you love with no apparent reason? After a year of struggling with the illness, Terry's mother finally passed away. Since that day, Terry hasn't been the same. Meanwhile, Terry was on his way to the first session with Dr. Sherman, one of the most popular psychiatrists on the UK. He was mournful, overwhelmed, and anxious. Even though he didn't look like that, his chest hurt, his legs were shaking, and his mind was running full of ideas. Upon arrival, he had a lot of questions, but he couldn't say anything.
Should I go? No, no. It's a waste of time. She's going to tell me that I'm mad, just as the other did. I am not mad. Am I? No, no, I can't be. I'm sure I'm not. Maybe she's a good psychiatrist and she will help me.
Don't go. They want to control you.
Shut up. I'm going. Maybe she can help me.
They're all liars. Don't trust them.
Leave me alone.
Come in. Hi Terry, I was expecting you. Terry, do you remember the first time you heard the voices or that you had a hallucination?
Yes, I remember.
Could you please tell me?
Okay, I think it was when I was 17 and I was in high school. My mother had just passed away and I was suffering from a severe depression.
Son, you have to be strong. I don't want to see you crying around. Your mom is going to be fine wherever she is.
Whatever.
Don't be annoying. Not today. Please be quiet.
Mom would have never told me something like that. You don't know how to be a father.
Terry, I'm warning you. There are lots of people here, so don't start the scene.
That's all you ever care for, what people say. I don't care what people say. I care about Mom. But guess what? Mom is dead. And what did you do about it? Nothing.
I did everything a man could have done, Terry. But tell me, since you care so much for Mom, what did you do to save her?
Doctor, my dad waited until everybody went home and then we had an awful fight. He was really angry with me.
Terry, when are you going to man up? Your mom is dead. What are you going to do about it? Crying won't make her come back.
You are the reason she died. She never loved you because you always treated her like shit. She was the only good thing we had. And now she's gone forever. And you, if you are so much of a big man, why couldn't you save her? I hate you. I wish it was you in the coffin. I don't remember exactly what I said. He blamed me and I blamed him. I was so mad with him that day. I don't think I have ever been that angry in my life before. We were arguing, but soon enough we were screaming at each other. Then he pushed me, and I fell on my mom's casket and saw her, face to face. There she was, my mother, or her corpse at least. It was the first time for me. I had never seen a corpse before, nor had I been to a funeral. The idea of an open casket was terrifying to me. That is why I was trying by all means to be as far as possible from my mom's casket. I really didn't want to see her that way. But life had other plans for me. I saw my mom laying there, with her eyes closed. Suddenly, I remembered every awful thing that my father had ever done to her. And at that moment, I lost it. Everything went black, and the next second my father was on the floor, bleeding from his head. Later, he told me I hit him so hard that I made him fall. Then, we headed to the hospital. My father got a couple of stitches on his forehead, and I got my hand fixed. That was the first time I punched anyone.
I see, Terry. That must have been a terrible experience for you.
Yes, I try not to think about it too much, but I believe that was the first time I heard the voices. I didn't pay much attention to it though.
Now, why don't we talk about your friend?
You mean Marcy?
Yes? Is that her name?
Yes, Marcy Morris. That's her name. She's my only friend since forever. She's awesome and has been with me through all of this.
So, Marcy is your best friend then. That's great. I would like to talk to her as well as your father. You mind if I talk to them?
I don't know.
Say no. She's going to have them.
I guess that is okay.
She's a liar.
Okay, thank you. Knowing them better would help me to understand you better. Now, I would like to hear what happened after you and your father had this fight. You mind telling me about it?
My father took me to a therapist. He said that I was mad and that he didn't want to live under the same roof with me if I continued being that crazy.
And the therapist diagnosed you with borderline disorder. Is that right?
Yeah, he gave me some medication, but I didn't take it. At the same time, I started dreaming about my mom, and medicine erased her from my mind.
Oh, okay. Now I would like to talk about another episode, if you can remember.
I remember ending up in therapy for a second time a few months after that. I was at a park with Marcy. We went for an ice cream and stopped in a park nearby. We were talking. Marcy, what am I gonna do if my dad finds out that I'm suspended?
Don't worry, you are doing great anyways. Just act like you are still going to school. He will never find out.
To be honest, I don't know if I want to go to school anymore.
Yeah, I get it. But if you drop school, we are not gonna see each other as much. And I'm gonna be lonely at school too. You are my only friend there.
She's manipulating you. Do you really think she cares?
What?
Why are you acting like that? You are being weirder than usual. Wait, why are you staring at the floor? Is everything alright? Terry?
She's not your friend. I'm your only true friend.
Terry, can you hear me?
You hate her. Come on, say it.
Terry, look at me, please.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm listening.
No, you're not. Is everything alright? Are you feeling bad? You know, with your stuff? Are things getting worse?
She wants to tell them. She wants to hurt you.
No, everything is alright. I used to have trouble at school. I don't want to go there anymore. Doctor, that was the first time I heard the voices clearly. I was terrified, and they appeared just after Marcy told me about her feelings. The trigger must have been something to do with that, I'm sure.
So you heard them before, but this was the first time you could actually recognize them.
Yes, I could be wrong, but after that day the voices never disappeared. I told Marcy about the voices, and she convinced me to go to therapy.
So, are you ready?
No,
People are going to say you're crazy.
but I'm going to do it anyways.
Good, Terry. This is the first step, and the most difficult one. Relax, I'll be waiting right here. Everything is going to be alright.
I hope so. That therapy didn't go well. The doctor diagnosed me with autism because that's what doctors do. They pretend to be nice and helpful, but they just want to label you and sell you pills.
Terry,
Yes?
why didn't your dad come with you? Terry, it's fine. You don't have to answer. Okay, let's take a moment. Do you want something to eat? Terry, now I have to ask you something very serious, and I need you to be honest with me. You have been diagnosed with two different mental illness, borderline personality disorder and autism. Have you been following the procedures? Have you been taking any medicine at all?
No, because I don't believe in them. They've been saying I'm crazy, and I'm not crazy.
I understand, Terry, but you also need to understand that medicine is required for a case like yours. You are safe here.
Am I?
Yes, you are, Terry. Let's keep talking after this episode with Marcy. Did you keep on having episodes like that one regularly?
Yes, they got worse. One time in high school, I hit one of my teachers. The voices were overwhelming, and she touched me. I didn't recognize her, so I pushed her back, and she tripped, hitting the floor really hard.
And what happened next?
Nobody believed my story. The school counselor expelled me for harassing a teacher, and they put me in a psychiatric ward.
So, you were expelled from high school for hitting your teacher. How were you feeling?
She was mean to me. She told me I wouldn't be able to graduate due to my grades, but I believe that wasn't the real reason. I was just overwhelmed, and I wasn't listening to her. Then, when she touched me, I just panicked. But that day, there was someone with me. He told me to push her.
Who is this person?
I don't know. That was the first time I saw him, but it was like I knew him all my life. Since that day, I keep seeing him everywhere I go.
Does he talk to you? If so, what things does he say?
Yes, he speaks. I don't know, doctor. Just like a normal person. We talk, and sometimes he helped me to do things.
That's fine, Terry. I have one question for you. When you went to the psychiatrist after the incident and at school, what did he tell you?
He diagnosed me with psychosis. Then he prescribed me many different pills and treatments, but I didn't believe him either.
Did you talk about it with Marcy?
No, she'll just worry. I don't think she will help me anyway. You are my last try, doctor. If this doesn't work, I'm done with doctors and medicine.
Yes, Terry, and I will help you. But I want to know, why did you let so many months pass between today and your last meeting with a doctor?
I don't know. I guess I was scared.
Okay, Terry, just tell me whatever comes to your mind.
Don't say anything.
Um,
Maybe she already knows. Don't say anything else.
So, after all these episodes, you have told me, how often do you feel anxious or paranoid? It's okay, Terry, let it out. I have helped many people with disorders like you.
like me? What do you mean?
Please, Terry, I need you to be calm about what I'm going to say.
That's why I'm here. I've tried many specialists. I've been diagnosed with depression, autism, and many other things.
Well, this is much more complex than that. But before I tell you, I'm gonna ask you to remain calm.
I'm waiting.
You have schizophrenia. I know it sounds hard, but please believe me when I say that is treatable.
Are you kidding me? That can't be possible.
It's not as bad as you think. With medication and treatment, you can go back to a normal life.
She doesn't want your mental stability. She just wants to control your mind. That's why she's giving you pills.
No, let me alone.
She discovers. Kill her.
Stop, please.
Please, Terry, listen to me.
No.
I can help you.
Shut up.
Kill her. If you don't, things will get worse.
Terry, please calm down. Tell me what you are feeling right now.
You can't help me. No one can.
She's lying to you, Terry. You can trust her. But it's okay. You can trust me. I've always been with you, remember?
Shut up, please. Leave me alone.
You heard me, Terry. I thought we were friends. I told you. You can trust me. Come, let's talk on the roof. Some fresh air will do wonders on you.
Okay, perhaps fresh air will help me calm down. Anyway, things can't keep like this. Everyone's against me. Schizophrenia? What in the hell is that? No one understands. I wish you all could leave me alone for a fucking minute. Hey, take a look at that. The sky reminds me of the first time I ever heard your voice. Oh, mother, where are you? You were supposed to come and get me. Where have you gone? You said you'd be here for me. So why have you forsaken me?
Seriously, Terry? Crying over your mom again? You were too weak to save her. Just let it go.
Shut up! Oh, I wish Marcy were here with me right now.
Oh, little Terry. Haven't we gone through this already? She's not your friend. She lied to you. Do you really think she cares about you? No. She was only pretending. Trust me. I always heard her talking behind your back, saying all these horrible things. I didn't want you to hurt, but she thinks you're crazy. She's terrified of you. Why would she come? You're alone, and always have been. When everyone's gone, I'm the one who remains.
No, I trust her. I mean, she's been so supportive. Why would she pretend for so long?
It's just a facade. You don't know how she is when you're not looking.
But I...
Look, come closer. That's it. Take my hand. She hates you. Stop pretending you don't know. How can you possibly think anyone, and I mean anyone, feels any different towards you? The world hates you. You killed your mom. Your dad doesn't want to see you anymore. He just wants to get rid of you. And who can blame him? You're worthless and a pain in the ass. Why are you still here? Nobody wants you. You're all alone. Come, get a little bit closer.
I don't know. It's not my fault. Is it? I'm not sick, right? Why is everybody telling me that? They are all wrong. I'm perfectly normal. I don't need pills. They are demons. They want to control me. But I'll be no one's puppet. Time after time, all they had to say is what's wrong with me. All they say is, I'm sick of them. They pretend to understand. They hide, ever so almighty, behind books and degrees, saying they get it when they don't. No one understands. No one.
Of course they don't. How could they? Come here. We're almost there. You know you can trust me, right? I want to take you somewhere safe. Somewhere you'll never suffer again and again and again. Somewhere no one can steer you. No more. Somewhere nobody knows pain. Somewhere warm. Somewhere you belong. You might even see your mom once more. Come. We're almost there.
Really? I'm going to see my mom again? But all I see is the edge of the roof. How can I go there from just a roof? Don't toy with me. I'm not up to jokes right now. There's nowhere I can go. That place, the once called home, is long gone. I've got nothing left. How can I go on by myself? Marcy, do you hate me?
Wouldn't she be here if that weren't the case?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Okay, show me this place you speak of. I wanna go.
One more step. Just one more. Here, let me help you.
I still can see it. Where?
There it lay, Terry's corpse, kissing the cold concrete, red and blue tinting the surroundings. Passers-by merely directing a curious glance at the scene. Nobody stopped for more than a couple of seconds. Then, Marcy arrived and faced a scene she could not understand.
What are the police doing here? I must find Terri.
She looked everywhere, with no results. Then she caught a glimpse of Terry's hair.